And welcome back. The month of October is Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder Awareness Month. And Dr. Rakeen Hawk is a child and adolescent psychiatrist at the Medical University of South Carolina. And Dr. Hawk joins us to build more awareness and to offer guidance for parents and for caregivers who might be dealing with children. Dr. Hawk, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
So first of all, let's talk about some of the common misconceptions about attention deficit hyperactivity disorder in children.
You know, the biggest thing that comes to my mind is a lot of people misunderstand this condition to simply be about attention or impulsivity or even just academic performance. The reality is it is a bona fide structural brain condition. Even on imaging, we see that there's multiple areas of the brain that are underdeveloped and underfunctioning, and those underdeveloped areas play critical roles in, yes, how we focus our attention, yes, regulating our impulse control, but also organizing information in our minds and also processing through our emotions. What I mean by that is oftentimes children affected by ADHD experience their emotions much more intensely than the average person, and that can often make for an overwhelming experience.
So, Dr. Hawk, for a parent or an adult who might be observing a child, how do you make that distinction that this is a child who might be dealing with this disorder, or this might be a behavioral or personality issue?
Sure. Well, it helps first, I think it might help to highlight some of the common signs and symptoms. With our earlier kids, and I mean like as young as 3 or 4 years old, we start to see really kind of extreme or out of the norm hyperactivity and inconsolable emotional tantrums. As our kids get older and take on more obligations, some of the more organizational stuff can start to reveal itself, like with losing things, losing valuables frequently, or needing several reminders, even just for daily simple routine things like hygiene are common. Now, the things I'm describing, Carolyn, they're non-specific, right? It's like, okay, that's kind of vague. That could be any kid. The telltale is when those challenges observed at home are persisting into other environments. And so a lot of times the key is when you start learning from your kids' teachers that, oh, their big tantrums and such, or their distractibility, it's really clearly and consistently impeding their learning experience. Now we're starting to understand it's not about just an environment. It's not about just resisting the adults. There's something innate in my kid that's resulting in them having such a hard time across the board.
And once you've seen it factor into other areas of a child's life and their ability to socialize and to learn, you seek medical attention. How does a parent start having those kinds of conversations with a child who may have received a diagnosis? It might be a very difficult thing, and even siblings, knowing how to speak with someone who, you know, has been diagnosed. Some of the words that might be helpful to use in a household so that everyone understands and is respectful and supportive.
Yeah, it can be helpful to present a perspective that when our thoughts, our emotions or feelings and reactions, sometimes those things can stray beyond our control and start to get in the way of our lives and make it really hard. And that's when we're talking about a health issue. That's when what we're going through mentally, emotionally, is actually turning into a health thing, not a you are flawed thing. And that can happen in many ways to any person. And so I think normalizing that in some respect can be really helpful.
Well, this was very helpful. Dr. Rakeen Hawk, thank you so much for your information.
Likewise.
We appreciate you bringing more awareness and insight on how to deal with can be a very challenging thing for a lot of families. And of course, we want you to stay right here with us. We are coming right back with more of News to It 4 after a break.